Hello, beautiful people. I just wanted to take a second to talk about something that is quite dear to me and that I know is quite dear to a lot of people around the world. So, at the end of last week, there was a very big announcement made for a certain community around the world. I feel like I'm not the only one who's part of this community who, when I heard the news, I was quite distressed, I was quite upset, and then tried to talk to the people in my life about it, and they all kind of went, huh? They didn't get it. They didn't understand. They kind of maybe thought I was pathetic. The community that I'm talking about is called the SPN Family, and the news I'm referring to is the announcement that the long-running CW show Supernatural is coming to an end at the end of its next season. It's been cancelled. I know, you're like, what? You're distressed and upset because a show's been cancelled? You cried because a show's been cancelled? What? There are people dying in the world. Why are you upset about a television show? I'm going to take the next 3 minutes to tell you why I'm so upset and why everybody else who's part of this community may have been a little bit extra over the weekend. And maybe you'll start to understand why this show actually means quite a lot. Supernatural. What the hell is that? Supernatural is a TV show that started back in 2005. It follows two brothers, Sam and Dean, who go around America hunting monsters, demons, and everything that hides under the bed at night. Alongside Sam and Dean, we have a plethora of other characters, namely Misha Collins playing Castiel, and recently we've got...
Son of a bitch.
It started as something that was a little bit Monster of the Week, but over the last 15 seasons... they've created an overarching story arc that if I tried to explain that all to you now, we'd be here for A, forever, and B, huh? The show is beloved by thousands across the world. It has been part of most people's lives for the last 15 years. I know some people who started watching the show when they were 4. They are now 19. They're now 20. They don't really know life without Supernatural. I don't really know life without Supernatural. I started watching just before my teen years, and I am now well into my 20s. Supernatural is very much part of how I live each year. It is a show, it is a series of characters and a series of stories that feel very much part of who I am as a person. It's kind of like saying goodbye to your dog, because they have kind of the same kind of lifespan, depending on which dog you've got. Point is, it's been around for a long time, and it's also good. The show was originally signed on for 3 seasons, it was extended to 5, it's now 10 years, 10 seasons longer than it was ever intended to be, and it's carried that, and it's only gotten more successful. But the boys and the network and the show, for whatever reason, have decided that at the end of the next season, that'll be it. That's the end of a show that has been around for so long. It is the longest running drama in US television history. I think the only thing that beats it is Doctor Who, and that's on a technicality. I mean, Jared and Jensen were like my age when they started the show. Younger. Now they have kids and houses and wives and lives and stuff. Ah! My point is, it's been around an awful long time. And if something's been around an awful long time and then it's suddenly removed from you, ooh, it's a little bit of a shock. But it's not just how long it's been around that makes it special. The fan base that goes alongside this show, dubbed the SPN Family for a reason, is part of the reason why a lot of people are freaking out, and probably I think the dominant reason why everybody's kind of freaking out. Because this fandom is not a fandom. The fans of Supernatural aren't fans. They don't just like the show. They don't just go along with it and look forward to the next episode. The fan base for Supernatural is a family. Supernatural is a show about family, about love, about how far you're willing to go for love and for your family. It's not just the cast that have been there since the beginning. The majority of the crew of this show have been with the show since its first season. The whole production is a family, and it emanates through the show and out to its fans. Now, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins, all of the people involved in Supernatural, are very active at the cons, at the Comic-Cons, at the gatherings like that. And they are very, very active and loving with their fans, which again perpetuates that feeling of family. The fans also have various different social media groups, various different hashtags, various different Tumblr pages and things like that we're all part of, and we all talk to each other. And it's not just about the show. We don't sit there and just theorize about what's coming next in the next episode of Supernatural. No, we know what's happening in each other's lives. We talk about our achievements. We talk about the things that are going on. We ask for help when we need help. It's a family. I have some of my best friends in the world purely through the SPN family. And I've been one of those people who, in times of need, I've turned to this amazing group of fantastic people, my second family, for help. Even if it's just going, hey, can you send me gifts of cats? That would be grand. And you get it in the droves. You get them in hundreds. And it's such a supportive family. This is what the show and everybody involved in the show have created. This is their legacy. And this is why I'm getting so emotional days after the announcement. And it's not just emotions about the cancellation, because I think the thing that is freaking people out the most is the idea that the show is cancelled can signify the idea that this family may also stop existing as well. No, that's completely mind-boggling. It never will. If Firefly can have half a season and still be going strong with brown coats throughout Comic-Cons and various different things like that, Supernatural, 15 seasons, I think we'll be alright. It's really hard to kind of describe the community that goes alongside this show without just throwing you in there. They're the most welcoming bunch. And they are just like family. We feel a real attachment to not only the show, but the stars of the show. Because the stars of the show are very, very aware that the reason that they are there is because of the fans. And they are so giving and so brilliantly generous with their hearts and their lives. You know, they owe everything to Supernatural and they're aware of it. And a lot of the fans of Supernatural owe an awful lot to that show and an awful lot to those boys. And that's why it's quite emotional that it's coming to an end. Yes, I can watch reruns. I'm currently rewatching the show because, it's fun. It's good. The chemistry that is amongst all of the cast, never mind just the two lead actors, is spectacular. It's a show that doesn't take itself too seriously, but takes itself seriously enough to move you. It makes you laugh. It makes you think. It makes you terrified at some points. There are episodes that I can't rewatch because no mama. And it makes you sob. But it also makes you happy. For me, whenever I'm feeling down or I'm having a hard day, if I just want to feel like I'm being hugged continuously for 45 minutes, I watch Supernatural. It just sucks that watching it in the UK is kind of difficult. So yes, it's weird. Thousands of people across the world have just burst into tears because a show has been cancelled. Television show. Of all things, to upset us. There are bigger problems, we know. There are things that we should be getting upset about. Trust you me, we are getting upset about them too. But it's this weird feeling of a part of our lives is coming to an end, and that is sad. Now, hopefully I've given you a little bit of a glimpse into understanding why your relatives, your friends, your loved ones are sitting there going, no, about a television show. Hopefully you can kind of understand a little bit more the impact that this show has on people's lives. And I know that there are people who are impacted by this show far more than I, who need this show far more than I. And one of the most typical things about the SPN family is since the announcement, all I've seen are people reaching out to each other, giving blanket statements of, it's okay, if you need a hand, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. The love that has emanated from the family, the support that has come from the family, for the family, is still there, and that is great to see. The world's kind of hard at the moment, and SPN inspires some great love and care and kindness. We need it. We need more of it, not less of it. So, to everybody who's not a fan of the show and who's sitting there going, what? At people getting upset about the end of Supernatural, hopefully this is giving you some more of an understanding. Go watch the show. Go watch the show with the people you love who are fans, because hell, this is a time where they really appreciate it and love it and be completely enthralled by it. Go find out what the SPN family is and what we do, and go see that love and that light that's in the universe. To the SPN family, hey guys, don't worry, we'll keep going strong, and in the words of Jared, always keep fighting. Jared, Jensen, Moose, Squirrel. Oh yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and do you in an SPN way.